The United States has sent its nuclear-powered aircraft carrier Ronald Reagan to the Philippines to show its commitment to an ally and in a display of military might aimed at checking China's expansion in the South China Sea. The Ronald Reagan and its battle group, about 7,500 personnel, 2 guided missile cruisers, a squadron of at least 2 destroyers or frigates and a complement of 65-70 aircraft arrived in Manila on Wednesday. The American port call highlighted the strong community and military connections between the Philippines and the United States. Sung Yong Kim, U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines, said the stopover showed Washington's strong commitment to the Indo-Pacific region. This visit is a great representation of our strong friendship, partnership and alliance with the Philippines, as well as a testament to our joint commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific region. The U.S. and the Philippines signed a mutual defense treaty in 1951. China and the Philippines, among other countries, are in dispute over Beijing's 9-line claim on what it says are its historic rights in the South China Sea. China has also built artificial islands, reclaimed land and installed airstrips and military equipment in the waters, raising accusations that Beijing is militarizing the waters. Washington is not a claimant in the waters, but it has pushed its Indo-Pacific strategy to contain China's military expansion in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The strategy is a combination of military and geo-economic policies meant to provide alternative development models to curb Beijing's flagship Belt and Road Initiative. As the U.S. flexed its muscles in the Philippines, Defense Secretary Mark Esper was talking to the leaders of nations prominent in the China containment strategy: Australia, New Zealand, Japan and South Korea. An analyst said Southeast Asian countries wanted stronger engagement of the U.S. forces in the region to counterbalance China's presence. It's still evident that most, if not all, Southeast Asian countries regard the U.S. as a primary stabilizing force, especially in the current context of uncertainties not least surrounding China's growing military might, ambiguous intent and evident proclivity towards using coercion. A research fellow at the S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore. COSET officials in Beijing would see the Ronald Reagan port call in Manila as a serious threat, and China would flex its muscles in response. A U.S. Navy carrier strike group as a whole, not merely the carrier itself, is a formidable fighting machine afloat and could in theory seriously threaten Chinese interests in the South China Sea, not least considering that the far-flung outposts in the Spratly Islands are exposed, vulnerable and prone to being cut off from the mainland. Rajiv Ranjan Chaturvedi, a visiting fellow at the S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies, said the visit and related activities were a part of U.S. naval diplomacy and freedom of navigation operations. This is also a reflection of U.S. reassurance to its partners. More importantly, this also conveys a message that the U.S. Navy is free to operate in international waters. Geoeconomic and geopolitical landscapes are changing. There is intense and growing rivalry. A U.S. strong presence is seen by many Southeast Asian nations as a balancer. It is also seen critical for regional security and stability.